Good, glorious morning, everyone. I'm hoping that you can hear me. So, um, I wanted to talk to you today about blood thinners, natural blood thinners. I have evidently had a problem all my life with synthetic drugs. Anything the doctor prescribed for me um, from a hospital setting or, you know, just prescribed medicine, I generally had an adverse reaction to some degree. So, as I'm getting older and with the past experience, um, I've also noticed that my system is a lot more sensitive. One reason that it's a lot more sensitive is because I changed my diet and lifestyle with practicing a lot of the principles taught that I learned in my Ayurveda studies. My Ayurveda studies took me right back to what I grew up with in a small town, rather rural, with older people, and in a lifestyle that we ate organic food because we had a garden and we shared with neighbors and one another. And some of our friends and neighbors had cattle or even pigs. I don't do too much of the pig stuff anymore. But so we had more natural food, and that is what I grew up on. And when you're using natural foods, you can naturally take care of your body. So I want to talk today about particularly, this is part of my morning routine and some things that you can do at this time to build up your blood. So I'm going to focus a little bit on getting your immune system better, but just a tad bit on that. Right now, I want to focus on blood thinners. I was on Xarelto, and that gave me a catastrophic event. I'm pretty much recovered right now. There's some things, it's only been 6 going into 7 weeks, and so I'm being gentle with myself. So that is one thing. Be gentle with yourself. Don't take so many harsh chemicals. If you get a headache, first thing you need to do is say, what is my body trying to tell me? Okay, don't just go pop an ibuprofen or Tylenol or 3 or 4 of those things. Ask your body, what can I do to help you? Stop and focus on yourself. We have some time now to focus on ourselves. So this is one part of my regimen, and I'm going to show you these things. Now this is a tea I have made. I want you to recognize anytime you make a tea, whether it's natural, whether it's the one in the bag, or whatever you're calling it tea, there's a practice called steeping, not boiling, okay? So, and I'm showing my little teapot here because I will boil my water in this. And then I will put my ingredients in a separate pan or even a separate teapot. I keep another little teapot here. And I will combine my ingredients. Now, this one is my morning routine now. And I have chopped ginger because I'm using fresh, and lemons. And I put a little bit of Himalaya sea salt in it. And if I'm kind of on the run, I will use a lemon ginger tea that I can brew, in a cup. Or if it's at night, and I'm feeling a little bit congested or something like that, I will use the lemon ginger tea. Of course, you know me, I have lots of teas and I believe in my teas. So let's put that back. Okay, so this is lemon and ginger. I cut up my lemon, I peeled my ginger, and I put a few grains of Himalaya sea salt and Celtic salt. Now, if you don't have the Celtic salt, you have to kind of order it. I haven't found it in the store, and you want to use it. Just put a couple of grains in there, but to find the Celtic salt, if you can't, just use the Himalaya pink salt. And I use the kind of salt rocks when I'm doing like teas or putting it in my water. I also get spring water. I'm not particularly promoting a certain brand, but from my research, I have discovered that Ozarka and Crystal Geyser are the better ones for me. And from what I've found in researching, they are considered the most natural and the best for you. So this is my tea, and when I get ready to drink it in the morning, I tell you guys all the time, if you listen to me, that warm water and lemon in first thing in the morning. Well, I am adding ginger because ginger is a natural blood thinner, okay? And most of the time when people have strokes and or AFib and heart attacks and things like that, the doctor wants to put you on blood thinners, okay? And so I'm not saying don't do the blood thinners. I'm saying you may need to do it for a while till you get out of the woods. Make sure your doctor is monitoring you closely. But in my cup, you can see there's something at the bottom. I didn't finish all of it yet this morning because I had a text from someone who expressed that someone else has had a stroke. So I have a dash of, actually 2 dashes of cayenne pepper in my morning drink because that is a natural way to help keep my blood thin. Also, you'll see garlic is on my table here. Now, I will use garlic, and a lot of times I will put it through a garlic press and pour it into some water. Now, I can remember my great-grandmother always kept a jar of lemon water and garlic water in the refrigerator. So I'm kind of going back to that. I don't keep it in the refrigerator. I use it on a daily basis. Garlic, a lot of times I will put in my food, but I put it in my food on the corner of my plate because I want to get it into my body raw. All right, so that I get all the nutrients and enzymes from the live garlic. Okay, if you put living food into a living body, the body can live. If you put dead food into a compromised body, you accelerate your dying process. Okay, that's it. Okay, so natural blood thinners, and I'm just going to mention these few right now because this is part of my morning routine. Your cayenne pepper, your lemons, your ginger, and your garlic can work for you. Now, you find your way to put these things together, okay, and do what works for you. Now, as the summer comes on and things are hot, we're here in Texas, and most of us have on an AC. If you're in a milder, cooler climate, first thing in the morning when you wake up, it's not uncommon to have a warm something to drink. So I want to stress warm water with lemon. And if you have problems with thickening blood, you want to increase your water consumption. I keep this here. I'm not promoting a brand. It's the one I like. But this is I think it's 1 liter bottle. I'm supposed to have 3 of these per day. If I look around at 5 p.m. and I haven't completed one, I know that I'm in trouble on two ends. Yeah, the top and the bottom. Constipation. Constipation is a sign that your insides are dry, okay? And so then your blood is dry. You've got dehydration. Dehydration is a foundation for things like heart attack and strokes, high blood pressure, diabetes. So every disease has a cause, and of course, you know the effect once you've been diagnosed with these things. So I hope this helps you this morning to get a start. If you want to give me a call and get some more information, I'm here to help you. And I got one job. That's to help people be healthy naturally. So, until I get full swing with Lavender House, I hope this helps you. I know it will, if you'll listen to me and if you'll do it. And also, there are lots of other videos online on YouTube and things like this where you can get some information. And a lot of us are working from home right now, so use some of that time to research kind of what you can do to stay healthy naturally. Now I'm just going to give you a quick snippet, and this is going to be my next video. I have beef bones in the oven. I am roasting them because shortly I'm going to put them in the slow cooker and cook them all day and all night to make bone broth. Bone broth helps to promote a healthy immune system, and I'll go into that on my next video. Meanwhile, you have a most glorious day. Remember, I love you. God loves you even more.